From the Coyotes standpoint, we're going to be looking at trying to build deck hockey rinks like we have in a couple of places in the valley up there. We'll continue to look at see what we can do to grow youth hockey throughout the Tucson area, and hopefully continue the kind of economic impact we've had on the community. You look at Elliott Pollock's study from last year, it's about a $21 million impact to the city of Tucson, and so we want to grow that on a go-forth basis to help all the development down here in Tucson.
I was able to entrench myself into the youth hockey with my own kids and watch how they were able to create extra ice sheets throughout the city and watch the game grow from there. And I'm a firm believer that it starts with the youth. And if we can kind of do that here, there's no reason why we can't. I think that if you look at even up in Phoenix and how much the game is growing there, it's got to be able to trickle down here. So let's try to work really hard at trying to find some extra pieces of ice around that we can give these kids that opportunity, because once you start playing, there's no way you're going to stop.
Well, you think about it, 20 years ago, who'd have thunk the #1 player in the NHL draft would have come out of this area, right? Nobody would have thought that. And so we're going to see, I hope, that kind of growth in hockey interest throughout the state of Arizona. You see rinks getting built in Flagstaff, Prescott, Ellis Place. We want to see that kind of growth happen in Tucson on a go-forth basis. And I think it can when people get exposed to the game, they enjoy the game, be a real up-tempo kind of style of play this year. That's fun for the fans, fun for kids.
The fan base is great. The noise they make is awesome. I had a lot of fun coming to the games. So, you know what? But the biggest thing for me is just the relationships that I already have with the players and getting to play a part and trying to help them get to the next level. It's a rewarding job. And you know what? Like I said, I got personal relationships with these guys, and to see them get up top, that would mean a lot.
Well, I think the keys really from the Coyotes standpoint is you want to make sure you're in alignment with the coaching staff and the GM and everybody in Glendale. Make sure that we're developing young players, because all these NHL teams depend on drafting younger players, developing them as players and as individuals so they can hopefully have long, successful, healthy careers in the National Hockey League.
It's all about trying to get these guys up to the next level. I think through development, wins come. I think if you look at most AHL teams that were successful this year, their younger guys came up and played prominent roles by the end of the year, and all of that was through development. So, that's #1 for us. It's to try to do whatever we can do to try to make these guys better and try to get them to the NHL and stay in the NHL. That's the ultimate goal.
I think, Tim Bernhardt and our amateur scouts have done an unbelievable job of drafting some really good people. First off, they're just fun to work with. They've got a passion for the game. They're smart hockey players. They got good skill sets, and they compete. And I think that those are the pieces of the puzzle that you need to have to play at the National Hockey League, and we're making sure that we have them. So now it's a matter of working on their skating, their skill sets, and a few other intangibles that they're going to need to play in the league, and just kind of some growth, and just some time. And I think that we want to make sure that we keep them inside the tracks and keep bumping them around, and hopefully by the time they're ready to go, that we've done a good job.
Our staff here in Tucson met with the NHL staff for the last 2 days and went over the systems, how we're going to play, our identity. We've even talked how about coaching these things to the players, and even some of the messages and some of the little keys and drills that Talk did with his young guys to gain focus. So the communication's been unbelievable, and you know what, we're really excited about how we want to play, which is just going to be a quick, relentless pressure system that where we want to hang on to the puck and make plays. So I think for our fans, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch.